He stood in the rain, shivering, not just from the cold, but from fear. His hands trembled as he held out a single daisy, the only flower he could afford. "Will you be my date to the dance?" he asked, eyes full of hope. She looked down at the flower, and then up at him. But what he didn't know? She wasn't just a nurse. She was the daughter of the man who'd once ruined his life. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Hopeful Stories, where every story reminds us why kindness, courage, and hope still matter. Eli had grown used to being invisible. At Lincoln High, he was that kid, the one who always wore the same shoes, carried the same torn backpack, and never stayed after school. What most people didn't know was that Eli lived with his younger sister in a tiny one-bedroom apartment behind the old mechanic shop. After their mother passed away and their father left, it was just the two of them. Eli worked nights at the diner, cleaned classrooms in the morning before the bell, and spent every spare second trying to keep food on the table. So when the flyers for the winter formal went up, he didn't even glance at them. A dance was a luxury people like him couldn't afford to think about. But then she showed up, Maya. She'd been volunteering as a student nurse, assisting in the school health office. She wore soft blue scrubs, had a gentle voice, and a laugh that seemed to melt every hallway she walked through. Most students assumed she was in her 20s and already working in hospitals. Few knew she was just a year older than them, attending college nearby, fast-tracked into the medical field. Eli noticed how she never laughed at anyone, never looked down on kids who didn't fit in. He saw how she gave the last granola bar from her lunch to a hungry freshman, how she listened, even when no one else did. One day, Eli got dizzy while cleaning early in the morning. He hadn't eaten. Maya found him slumped in the janitor's closet, unconscious. She stayed with him until he woke up, holding a cold pack to his head. She made him eat her breakfast that day, just a banana and some crackers. That was the first time someone outside his sister had shown him care in years. From then on, Eli couldn't stop thinking about her. The dance was coming up. Posters, music, murmurs in every hallway. Couples were forming. Eli tried not to care. But that night, while tucking his sister in, she asked, "Eli, if you could ask anyone to the dance, who would it be?" He smiled. "Someone way out of my league." The next day, Maya brought cupcakes for the school nurse's birthday. Eli helped her carry the boxes inside. For a second, she looked at him, really looked at him. "You're always helping," she said softly. "Do you ever do anything for yourself?" Eli chuckled. "Not really." "No time." And then, without thinking, without planning, his voice cracked. Would you maybe go to the dance with me?" Silence. Maya blinked. A nurse, a college student, practically a stranger. Eli immediately regretted it. But then, she smiled. A real one. "I'd love to." He couldn't believe it. That week, Eli skipped lunches, worked double shifts, and walked miles to find a thrift store suit. He wanted to give her the best night he could afford. What he didn't know, what no one knew, was that Maya had a secret of her own. She wasn't just a volunteer nurse. She was Maya Colburn, daughter of Richard Colburn, CEO of Colburn Pharmaceuticals, the man who once bought out and bankrupted the small clinic that had employed Eli's mother. The move that sent their family spiraling into poverty, and Maya had recognized Eli's last name the day she found him unconscious. She just hadn't said anything yet. The gym was strung with fairy lights glittering like stars against the dark. Music pulsed in the air and students buzzed with excitement. Eli stood outside, adjusting his thrifted tie for the 10th time, palms sweating. He was sure someone would laugh. That someone would say, "What's he doing here?" But when Maya walked in, wearing a simple sky blue dress and no jewelry, like she belonged in another world, every head turned. And she walked straight to him. "You clean up nice," she teased. "And you're perfect," he said without thinking. They danced, laughed. She let him lead, even though he admitted he had no rhythm. She told him stories of med school stress, and he told her stories of diner drama and his sister's obsession with science shows. But the more Maya laughed, the heavier something grew inside her. Guilt. During a slow dance, Maya finally spoke. "Eli, I need to tell you something." He looked at her, heart pounding. "My father, Is Richard Colburn... Time stopped. Eli's smile faltered. He stepped back slightly. Colburn Pharmaceuticals? She nodded. My mom. She worked at Brindle Clinic. Your dad's company shut it down. She lost everything. We lost everything. Maya looked devastated. I didn't know. Not until I saw your last name. I didn't know how to tell you. I just wanted to be someone else. Not his daughter, just someone who cares. Eli's face hardened. He took a deep breath, stepped back. The music kept playing. Around them, laughter and life swirled on. Then why say yes to me? He whispered. Pity? No, she said firmly. Hope, because I saw how kind you are. How strong. You helped everyone around you, even when you had nothing. I wanted to be part of that. Eli looked away. He felt torn between anger, sorrow, and something else. Maya gently took his hand. I can't change what my father did, but I can be different. I am different, he searched her eyes. And in them, he didn't see a rich girl. He didn't see the past. He saw someone who chose kindness. Like he did, Eli nodded slowly. Then let's not be our parents. Let's just be us. That night, the poorest boy in school danced under the stars with the richest girl in town. Not because of pity, but because of choice. Because of hope. Because of love. Sometimes the people we least expect carry the biggest secrets and the biggest hearts. Eli and Maya reminded us that it doesn't matter where you come from. What matters is where you choose to go and who you choose to become. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and subscribe to Hopeful Stories for more real, emotional, and inspiring tales that restore faith in humanity. Would you like a voiceover script, thumbnail ideas, or YouTube tags descriptions to go along with it?